Hey, I am a host of Airbnbs and I'm working on my very next getaway here in the mountains. And I wanted to show you some progress and update. We are going to be doing a lot of landscaping, and I was very successful with this haul of plants that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. I love that stuff. I got something like 14 really tall, mature boxwoods. All of those here. There's also D-run boxwoods here. I've got lots of some beautiful Golden Globe arborvitae here, some blue star junipers. I've got some rhododendrons, some other types of plants here. All of this stuff was a haul for about $1,185. And I picked up a truck from Home Depot to pick them up. So that is what we have going. So we've got 5 acres here in the Blue Ridge Mountains. My goal is that this place is going to be a space for people to elope and obviously have romantic getaways. But we needed to have privacy. We have about 5 acres. And unfortunately, I've got some neighbors. It's hard to see, but they're, building a property up here. When you have lots of acreage, somebody's always building something. So I'm being intentional about building privacy. But we just finished our pergola that I wanted to be something like kind of like a Roman Greek kind of structure. It's much larger than the traditional one, so we still have to paint it and to add some trim to it. The hot tub is going to go here, as well as some dining seats and stuff like that, places to relax, and a swing. Over here is where we have the wood burning. We're going to have like a little pit and stuff for the fire. The acreage goes all the way back here and all the way across. Now you can probably see our neighbors. They're probably a couple hundred feet away, so that's where all the privacy plants. We're still bringing in some more mature trees, hopefully this week. And then we are just going to, once we're done, because we had all this work, we're going to seed some grass and do a little bit more foundational plantings. I have a gazebo that's out here. I think it's going to be perfect for weddings. Just real pretty. We added a privacy fence that's about 10 foot high. We're in the country, and so we're off a little country road, but I love privacy, and I thought that would be great. You really can't see it much from here. We also have a pond, and I'll take you through the pond. But right here is where I intend to add some more foundational plantings, and I've got some flowering trees that should look really pretty. We still have a couple of clearance that we have to do in the tree areas here. Done with all the mowing of the grass for the season, so we still have some cleanup to do. We had a lot of trees taken down that were just dying, and some shrubs that were dying as well. And we're also just making place for more evergreens right here. And as we keep going, go down here, down the hill, the pond is off to your right. So this is Blue Ridge, Georgia. We're actually 10 minutes away from downtown Blue Ridge. This is usually so much prettier in the spring and in the summer. We have some pear trees, which we had to trim and also treat, and an apple tree. We also have that tall tree up here is a black walnut. I have a couple of those. That's really great for furniture making. Again, I do a lot of my finds on Facebook Marketplace, so I got some concrete benches. I've got a pretty long driveway. So the fence is kind of almost up. We got a gate that I also picked up on Marketplace that I really like. It's real pretty. And some of the other smaller trees I'm planting here, so it creates a buffer. We did create a walkway. When we bought this property, it had been abandoned for several years. The gentleman was an older gentleman who just became ill and just couldn't take care of the home. And so I really liked it. I've actually never owned anything as big as 5 acres. And so here we are. So my husband and I created this walking path. It's relatively inexpensive. You can buy the wooden stakes. at your local Home Depot and some rope. And then we just kind of created a path to the pond. Before that, you couldn't get to the pond at all. It was just fallen logs and trees, so there really wasn't a path. So I like this, and we just add mulch when the season comes in. And so right here, you can see the pond. Put a seating bench. Out here, I have solar lights, and this is a natural spring-fed pond. We have fish in here, actually. There's some bass and some scrim. I found the bass here in our natural pond. And I add some things to the pond. It's called muck remover, because we have lots of trees and the fallen debris. They go in here and they will turn the pond like kind of like what they call a muddy tea. And so I add that once a month, and it kind of clears up the pond. And I bought some carp fish. Those carp fish also eat a lot of the green algae. And so it's December. There's not much water. We have a runoff. This connects to a runoff over here. So we haven't had too much rain. So the pond dips a little bit low, but it's so super clear. I'm actually quite satisfied. In the spring, it was brown, mucky brown. We also have a type of tree here. I forgot what it's called, but I think this is its mother tree. And these are kind of like sort of the roots, and they come up off the ground. They're called something knees, and you can stub your toe. And I think it's not even native to Georgia out here. I think the previous owner liked the tree, bought the tree. But as you can see, it's kind of like a little bit of a walking hazard because there's a bunch of knobs here. So our fence is almost complete. We added a gate because if we need to have someone service the pond or access the pond, that way they can just easily make their way here. And in hindsight, I realized like we need to add a little bit more of a privacy wall right here, just to kind of block sort of a country road so that you truly feel all the privacy. But this is a 10-foot fence. And if you're in a country like me where you don't have any restrictions, see how tall. I don't know if you can see how tall this fence is. I'm like 5 foot high. So we didn't have any building restrictions with the fence because we're on unrestricted property, and it's not an issue with the county for us to have that. So we have spring-fed water. So all of our water is spring-fed, and we have a filtration system to keep it clean. So if you want to follow me on my journey to making this a beautiful romantic getaway and also a place to get married, follow us at Secret Box Cabin. We have other cabins here in Georgia. This one is not a cabin. It's more like a cottage. Maybe like a French country cottage would be the style that I would say that it is. I will see you soon. Bye.